Welcome to Module 3, Performing Calculations with Functions and Formulas. So in this module, what we're going to do, and it's about soybeans, so it's very exciting, we're going to talk about formulas, and we're also going to look at data values. In this chapter, we're going to introduce you to one of the more powerful features of Excel, a formula called VLOOKUP, which basically looks something up and brings it back something on the side. We're also going to take a look at function syntax, meaning what parts of the formula you have to fill out in order to get a result back. We're also going to talk about using the function library, which is a built-in library of all the different functions and features you can do. Often when you know them already, you can just type them in. But sometimes you can look them up if you're not 100% sure what they do. And the nice thing also is it will tell you not only what it does overall, but what each piece does as well. We're also going to look at doing a what-if analysis. So a lot of times it's really complicated for us to see how many times a small number fits into a big number. So for example, if I have $9.20, how many times does that fit into $1 million? You know, I might not know exactly because that's a hard thing to do in your head in 1 second. So this is going to try every possible combination until it comes up with whatever the best fit is, right? And we're going to see a few different examples of how that works. In 3.2, we're going to talk about autofilling series and formulas. And we're going to talk about relative and absolute cell values. And basically, this is the one thing you have to remember for this chapter, that cells, they want to dance. If you put in a cell reference and there's no $sign, it just wants to dance all over the place. But $sign means freeze, which means you can't drag it down, you can't move it. It means exactly that cell. So remember, no $signs, wants to dance, $signs, no dance. Okay, really important. Now we're also going to use the quick analysis tool. If you're using a PC version of Excel, you'll have that. If you're using a Mac version, it doesn't have it. So if you're using a Mac and you can't find it, that's why. And you really need it for this chapter. So if you're doing this on your Mac and for some reason you're not able to complete it, I'd recommend use a computer at school in order to get through it. We're also going to talk about working with dates and date functions, so we could figure out, for example, what is the month from a date or what's the year from a date. We could also find what's the distance between two dates. So for example, you can calculate your birthday to today and you can figure out how old you are. We're also going to talk about lookup functions, and like I said, in this module we're going to use VLOOKUP, which does horizontal lookups. And then finally, we're going to use logical functions. Logical functions are, again, one of the more powerful pieces that you can learn in Excel, and basically says, instead of just taking a number and then another number and doing something with them, we're going to say, if certain conditions are met, then do one thing. If other conditions are met, then do something else. And once you have the ability to create those kind of logical statements, it opens up a whole new world of possibilities of sorting through your data. Right? So for example, you could make a system that says, if this is true, then do this. If that's true, then do that. It lets us sort through many possible combinations in very intricate ways to come up with the answers really quickly. So this is a really important module. I hope you enjoyed it. It's really, really interesting. Thank you.